This is Colonel Sanders, an American businessman born September 9th, 1890, and died on December 16th, 1980. Oh, and also he found a small business restaurant chain known as KFC or some crap. You know, you might have heard of it or seen one across the street. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Back to Colonel Sanders. You see, this is him in a picture, alright? Now, what if I told you this is him, but hot? KFC really made him sexy. For what reason, I don't know. Now, that's not the craziest thing they did to him, or rather, his image, I should say. I think some of you may have seen this dating sim before. I'll talk about this more later. I just wanted to show you this clip to show you how they went from an old guy to this.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Anyway, what does this all have to do with the video? Well, I kinda got inspired by KFC's Peeps' lustful methods because it hit me. I could do that. I could turn people into dating sim characters. But who will my subjects be? Perfect. Although honestly, I think the word victims is a bit more fitting. Alright, let's get to the doodles. So the first person I did was Markiplier. Actually, all my people that I chose are YouTubers. For him, I used a couple of references from a dating game called Coming Out on Top. You may or may not have heard of it. That's why this art style, if you compare it to the game, then it's pretty similar. You know, I totally should have done Honey Pot instead. Oh well. I'd say this has the most scandalous pose and design compared to the rest of the doodles I did. So if you were expecting some Rule 34 type of crap, you ain't getting it here. I mean, this is YouTube. I don't think that's allowed. All you're gonna get is a chest with no nip showing. Probably the hardest thing was to try and turn someone realistic into a cartoony art style. I've only ever done the reverse, taking something cartoony and turning it into realistic. I mean, it took forever to finally come up with this design. But overall, I'd say this was pretty decent, and this is the final piece. I also just threw a pink mustache for extra accuracy. Gah, my hands feel dirty. Is this what Rule 34 artists feel like? Alright, anyway, on to the next person. For the next person, I chose Jacksepticeye. In a very Persona 5 art style. Even though I don't really classify that series as a dating sim, really, but apparently some people do when I looked it up. But I figured, you know, it's a freebie. I might as well use it. For this one, I started with making a basic pose, which ain't too hard since, you know, it's anime. Coloring was also simple since it's just solid colors and then just add a darker shade on top. Also, I did the simple black and white portrait too, since I felt it would just be too simple. And there you have it. Honestly, not my favorite, but also, it's not bad. This is really a problem I got with anime. It always makes it look a bit too simple, and it feels like I'm missing something. Anyway, on to the next person. Or victim, I should say. For the third one, I chose Pewdiepie. Obviously, I might as well add the third one, just to make the Holy Trinity. For this, I used Doki Doki Literature Club for the art style, but also for the clothing. So the first thing I did was come up with a pose. For this, I kind of wanted him to be sort of that typical cheerful, cliche anime girl, or some crap. Also, I wanted to make him flex, although there really isn't a point in that, since you really can't see his muscles in the outfit. After that, I just took the colors from the characters and started to fill and then shade. It took a bit longer than I thought, but it was finally complete. And let me just say, I hate how good this turned out. This is my favorite, but it makes me go, wow, out of all the things to go 100% on, it's a fan art that's meant to make people, like, kinda horny. Fantastic. For the fourth one, because originally I wasn't going to do this, but I figured why not. I figured the video might be a bit too short. I did Mr. Beast. Not really sure how I feel about this one, honestly. It's in a classic anime art style, which I already seem to have trouble doing. I used references from just multiple anime stuff. I made a basic sketch, had him with some money, cause why not, you know. Colored it in and shaded. Although I should mention that I forgot to hit record, so I only have a small bit of footage. Anyway, when I was done, I still felt like it was missing something, so I did a little bit of touching up, I guess. I don't know what the right word would be. And I think that's just how I'm gonna feel about all my anime art style stuff. But here's the final piece for this one. It's pretty simple. I don't know how to feel about this one as well. Maybe just anime isn't meant for me. Alright, so what was the lesson we got from this vid? Honestly, nothing, except that whenever I go onto the internet, you never realize just how sexualized something can become, and how horny people can be. But who cares? I think we all know that at this point we are all just used to this kind of crap. But that is all for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, etc. You know the drill. Alright, I need to go wash my disgusting hands from making such abominations. Alright, peace.